Many of our citizens are still wondering why the farmers are protesting so vigorously, especially the people beyond North India, our fellow friends and citizens in the south, in the western parts, and in the eastern parts of our country need to be given the real scenario of this farmers' movement. If you still do not understand the farmers or their demands, this is not your fault. Our mainstream media has not shown you the true picture, the real scenario, because there is one thing that each and every citizen of our country needs to know, and that is this is not merely a farmers' agitation. This is a movement for the common public, for each and every citizen of our country. You need to know and realize that this is a landmark moment in Indian history. I am here to present you the actual truth and the real scenario of this farmers' agitation from right here, the heartland of Punjab. So welcome to this special episode on the ongoing farmers' agitation right from the heartland of Punjab. So as you all know, the farm bills or the farming ordinances came into effect in the month of September. But the moment the news regarding these ordinances broke out in the month of June this year, the protests and the agitation started in Punjab at that time only. I can fully understand if you heard about the farmers towards the end of November, 26th and 27th November, when the farmers announced their Delhi Chalo program, the Delhi Chalo program. But the first thing you need to know is that this Delhi Chalo program at the end of November was only the latest stage of this farmers' agitation. Actually, the agitation has been going on since the month of June, continuously and ever so vigorously. The same farmers that you see in Delhi have been protesting since June. So all in all, they have been on the same path for the last 6 months. 25th of September 2020, that was another noteworthy day because that was the day when we first saw the signs of this movement going to another level, a higher level. That was the day when Punjab Bandh was called, and that was very successfully observed by the Farmers Union. And that was the first day we saw all of the 31 farm unions in Punjab coming together on one stage. And the mass level participation of people that we saw in the month of September was a sign of things to come. That was the first day we saw active participation of the Punjabi film and music industry and their artists, which gave another dimension to this whole agitation. Since that day, farmers have been on agitation, Andolan, every single day, continuously, day and night, without any break, no matter what the weather was like. As I told you, the agitation started right in the heart of the summers. Summers have passed on to autumn, and autumn has now been replaced by winters. It has rained as well in between. Seasons have changed, but the agitation has continued. But the basic question still remains the same: why the farmers are protesting so much? As you all know, the main concern of the farmers is the MSP, the minimum support price, which they fear will be intact as per the words of the government, but will it be applied on the corporate sector which is set to enter into the agricultural market of our country? That is the big debate, and the government has yet not clarified whether the MSP will be applied on the corporate players. Contract farming is another threat as told by the farm unions, as they fear the poor old farmer will always be on the losing side of a contract which has never been a farmer's strong point. Similarly, the ordinance regarding essential commodities, in simpler terms, the farm unions and the farmers are of the opinion that if the same comes into effect, the mediators and the corporate players with large of storage capacities will be able to store vegetables and other grains, and they will release them at a time when they feel it convenient for themselves. And it goes without saying, this will definitely cause inflation, and that will directly influence each and every citizen of our country, each and every consumer. Then comes another question that has also been raised by the Indian media in particular, that why Punjab? Why Haryana? Why the farmers aren't protesting in the other states of our country? Although this question has now fallen flat on its back. This question has answered itself with the passage of time, as farmers from all parts of our country are joining in at Delhi. Still, the question must be answered. The answer is simple. Punjab and Haryana are the leading states when it comes to the production of wheat and rice, the two main crops of our country, which take most benefits of MSP. In short, Punjab and Haryana are the two states which provide maximum MSP facilities to the farmers. Not only Punjab and Haryana are the leading states in agriculture, but we must also remember that in the 90s, when the country was facing a shortage in terms of grains and food products, Punjab and Haryana were the chosen ones for the implementation of Green Revolution. So if they were chosen for Green Revolution, why don't they have the right to protest against anything that causes discomfort to the farmers? These very farmers were credited for fulfilling our country's demands for grain. Now the same farmers must also be listened for their own doubts and apprehensions. And if all these points are yet not satisfactory, we must also remember, for every movement, for every change, for every agitation, there is always a leader, there is always a requirement for an inspiration, and Punjab led the way for the same, like it did at the time of independence and at the time of emergency in the 1970s. Punjab again inspired Haryana, and the two then went on to inspire other parts of our country. And now farmers from Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttarakhand, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, and other parts of our country are joining in. So this is slowly and gradually becoming a nation's movement. And like I said before, this movement, this agitation, this protest has been going on in Punjab since June, and the latest stage arrived on 26th and 27th of November, when the farmer unions of Punjab, joined by Haryana, decided to march towards Delhi. And that was the point when the mainstream media of our country was forced to look at the farmers. They were forced to cover their agitation. Otherwise, they have been neglecting this issue for the last 5 months, but now their hand was forced by farmers and their entry into Delhi via Haryana, despite all the blockades and obstructions attempted by the government of Haryana and the government of India. In this way, when every plan and every strategy to stop farmers from entering Delhi failed, the mainstream media was forced to take notice of the farmers, and subsequently the people of our country also noticed the farmers' movement. But the worst part is the Indian media, the mainstream media, or the Godi media like we call them, have tried their best to vilify those innocent farmers. Misled is one word that the Indian media has repeatedly used to describe the farmers on agitation, that they are being misled. They do not understand. Some political party is instigating them to go on agitation. Misled is not the only word they have used. They have also been described as anti-national, politically sponsored, separatists, funded by foreign agencies, and many other similar shameless accusations have been put forth by the Indian media. Certain parts of the social media have also joined in to vilify the honest farmers. And I must also recall that the same media and its approach was very different to a similar movement back in 2011 when Anna Hazare was calling the shots on the anti-corruption movement in the same area of Delhi 9 years ago. The media at that time totally joined in with the protesting demands, and actually the media at that time was raising questions on the government. Now there is a complete role reversal. Now the media has joined the government and is raising questions on the farmers. Tables have actually well and truly turned, but for the worse. And credit must be given to the farmers. They have not even caused a damage to any single unit of public property. No violence, no disturbance of peace, no attack on public transport, nothing. The movement has been 100% peaceful. They are even serving langar, food, to the police officers and the security forces who were there to stop them. I mean, what else do you need to prove movement, the Andolan, is totally peaceful and wants to take everyone together for a better future? This is why you see senior citizens, children, women, youngsters leave their houses in this bitterly cold season of December. As you know, here in North India, this is the month of extreme cold. And one thing I can guarantee you, despite the cold weather, despite the chilly weather, this Andolan, this movement, this agitation is definitely raising the temperature, literally. Even if you are not connected with agriculture, you must remember that for a farmer, anyone who owns an agricultural land, how big or how small that may be, doesn't matter. For a farmer, land and agriculture is everything. The world starts and stops with his land, with his crops, with his farming. Farming is a way of life here in North India and wherever a farmer is. We are building a new parliament. We are having many other smart city projects running throughout the countries, many other projects. But remember, the food on our tables will be provided by farming, by the agricultural sector. So we must come together to support this movement. I can guarantee you the farmers are honest, they are dedicated, and they are fighting for me, for you, for everyone else. This is not their own battle. This is a common battle, and we must support the farmers. Even if you cannot join in the protest at Delhi, wherever you are, you can raise a voice. You can and you must raise a voice for these farmers. And remember, there's another aspect. This could be a revolution, a turning point in Indian contemporary history, because this country and its people, with all due respect, have been complacent regarding prevalent circumstances. We have often had this attitude, chalta hai, what can we do? We can make a change. Farmers have inspired us. They have told us that if you stand up for your rights, you can make even the most powerful of governments take notice. You can bring a change. You have the force within yourself to stand up, to speak, and to make the government and the powerful authorities listen to you. This is the message given by the farmers to the entire nation, and we must grasp this message as soon as possible, because it is farmers today, it could be any other sector tomorrow. If we do not listen to this voice, still it could be us on the target next. We have been covering this issue with our usual episodes in Punjabi, but this time we thought there must be an episode in English for our viewers throughout the country, for our citizens throughout the country, so that they can also connect to the farmers' agitation and understand the real ethos and the culture and the thoughts of our farmers. I hope this little effort to share the thoughts of our farmers with you in English was of some kind of help in understanding the farmers. If you liked the effort, kindly press the like button and share it with other intellectual people in your circle, and kindly do leave your feedback and comments in the section of comments below this video. I really look forward to hearing from you and your thoughts on this farmers' agitation. Hopefully, we will meet again in another episode in English, and let's hope in a comparatively happier circumstance. Till then, take care and let us support our farmers. Thanks for watching.